One of the biggest mistakes I see people make when buying and selling at the same time is they start shopping for homes before they've made a plan for selling their current one. They assume their house will sell quickly when the time comes, and it might. It also is a good idea to get a sense of the market and what your money can buy. But what happens when you find the perfect home tomorrow? Are you ready to list your current home for sale within 2 to 5 days? Have you already decided whether you'll sell first or buy first? Do you need your sale contingent on finding a replacement home? What happens if your house sells before you found somewhere to go? These are the questions many buyers don't start asking until they're under pressure. And that's exactly why I encourage my clients to start planning early when they're buying and selling at the same time. Now, don't get me wrong, in many markets, your home may sell quickly. The challenge usually isn't whether your house will sell. The challenge is having a strategy in place when the right house comes along. Because if you're making an offer contingent on selling your current home, the seller is going to want confidence that your house is ready to go. They're not going to want to wait a month or two while you declutter, make repairs, paint rooms, hire a photographer, and get your home prepared for the market. Many sellers expect a contingency buyer's home to be listed within just a few days. And when I say ready, I don't just mean calling a realtor. I mean decluttered, photographed, pricing strategy determined, repairs discussed, paperwork ready, because if you're asking a seller to accept a home sale contingency, they're going to want confidence that your home can hit the market immediately. That's one of the biggest reasons I encourage relocation buyers to start planning earlier than they think they need to. The more preparation you've done before finding the perfect home, the more options you'll have when the opportunity finally comes along. One option that many people don't realize exists is making the sale of your current home contingent on you finding and purchasing a replacement property. In simple terms, you can sell your home while protecting yourself from becoming homeless. The buyer agrees to purchase your property, but the transaction doesn't close until you've secured your next home. For some families, this can provide tremendous peace of mind. Another option that can work really well is an occupancy agreement after you've closed on your current home. This is where you sell your home, but you stay in it after closing for an agreed upon period of time. The new owners take ownership and you essentially rent the home back from them while you finalize the purchase of your next property. I've used occupancy agreements successfully with clients who needed extra time to coordinate their move, and it can be a great solution when timing doesn't line up perfectly. Of course, not every buyer will agree to this arrangement, but it's often worth exploring. One of the biggest challenges of buying and selling at the same time is deciding whether to sell first or buy first. There's no right answer for everyone. The best approach depends on your finances, your timeline, and your comfort level with risk. Now, let's talk about the opposite strategy. Some homeowners choose to sell first. At first, this can feel uncomfortable because nobody wants to be without a place to live. But there is a major advantage. Once your home is sold and your proceeds are available, you become a much stronger buyer. In many cases, you're competing more like a cash buyer because you've eliminated the uncertainty of needing to sell your current home. And sellers love certainty. A seller reviewing multiple offers will often feel more comfortable with a buyer whose home is already sold than with a buyer whose offer depends on another sale. Interestingly, I'm dealing with a situation like this right now. I have buyers relocating to the area who found a home they love, but they still need to sell their current home. The good news is we started having these conversations early. Their realtor and I are working together to coordinate timelines, discuss contingencies, and make sure everyone understands the plan. That's exactly why I encourage buyers to think about their selling strategy before they find the perfect house. Once you find the right house, things can move very quickly. Sometimes, despite everyone's best efforts, the timing still doesn't line up perfectly. Maybe your home sells before you found the right replacement property. Maybe your next home closes in a few weeks after your current home sale. In those situations, interim housing can become part of the strategy. Some clients stay with family. Some rent short-term housing. Some use furnished rentals. The important thing is understanding all of your options before you're forced to make a decision quickly. And if you're relocating from another state, one thing I find incredibly helpful is having both realtors communicate directly with one another. When my clients are buying here and selling somewhere else, I work closely with the agent handling the sale of their current home. We coordinate timelines, we discuss contingencies, we share updates. We make sure everyone is working towards the same goal. When both agents work together as a team, the entire process tends to go much more smoothly. The good news is that buying and selling at the same time doesn't have to be overwhelming when you understand your options and have a plan in place before the right house comes along. So if you're thinking about relocating to Massachusetts, New Hampshire, or the Boston North Shore, and you'll be buying and selling at the same time, don't wait until you found the perfect house to start thinking about your selling strategy. Start planning now. The earlier you understand your options, the more flexibility you'll have, the stronger your position will be, and the less stressful the entire process becomes. And if you're still in the research phase, I've linked a few more relocations below that can help you better understand the area and the buying process. If you'd like to discuss your specific situation, feel free to call, text, or email me. I'd be happy to help you build a game plan that works for you and your family. I'll see you in the next video.